Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me and listening to today's little podcast. Well, I'm very late this week, and yeah, I'm in the middle of moving house, which is always more work than expected. So I had very little time, and that's why I'm here today on it's Saturday morning. And I also, yeah, I thought I'll just do the recording on Saturday on the new moon, which opens the eclipse portal. And yeah, I'll be just talking about the new moon today. And then I will give you an update for the week on Monday. So yeah, I hope you've been navigating through all the changes that are happening at the moment. So yeah, there is, I guess, yeah, actually, a lot of people in my environment, including myself, like I feel so much stuff has been up and people going through a lot of stored shadow material that's been coming up a lot lately, and I feel there will be a lot more with those eclipses as we are discerning and letting go of what's no longer serving us. And yeah, so it's been quite a profound lead up already, I feel, because we also had a strong Chiron influence, which promoting deeper inner healing, healing the suppressed feminine, masculine, and wherever we feel like we've been holding our expression, our spirit back from truly being, yeah, being creative and tapping into our deepest potential. So what we're looking at today, and it's exactly today here in the Southern Hemisphere in New South Wales, where I am, it is the 23rd of August, and the exact new moon will occur at 4 p.m. 06. And so I've cast a chart, and we can see we got the sun and the moon at the very beginning in the first degree of Virgo. So this is a really big deal. So this month, which is also unusual and auspicious, that we have two new moons in this month, in not this month, but in Virgo. So, yeah, we have this first eclipse or this first new moon ushering in the eclipse season is at the first degree point of Virgo. And then on the 22nd of September, we have another new moon in Virgo, which will be at the last degree point of Virgo. So that's also, it's a very profound energy when we look at that, because this new moon today is the beginning of the Virgo season. And I feel like in a month's time, when we have the next new moon in Virgo at the last degree, which the last degree is always is referred to as the critical degree point. It's a degree point of mastery. So I feel everything that's going to happen over the next 4 weeks, we will have a total different vista on things by the end of this sun moving through the sign of Virgo. So I feel like also everyone born in the sign of Virgo um, will be going through a lot of changes this coming month, and also then over the next 6 months as the eclipse energies will be rippling forward into the rest of the year and early 2026. So I'm just going to read you out of my celestial tarot. um, when we're looking at Virgo, so we're having a big energy shift when the sun moves out of Leo, which is the fifth sign of the zodiacal wheel, the warmth of the heart, playfulness, adventures. We're very alive and creative and sexual, and so it's there's a lot of life force in Leo. So when which is the second sign, the second fire sign in the zodiacal wheel. And now we're moving into the second earth sign in the zodiacal wheel, which is Virgo. And it's also Virgo rules the sixth house of the zodiacal wheel, which is the last house in the below the horizon. And so here in Virgo, we have a culmination point of energies. It's like we're summoning everything. We're summoning the Aries quality of initiating, the Taurian quality of being grounded and being resourceful and our self-worth, the Gemini quality of connecting with our immediate environment and being communicative and moving around. Then we are bringing in the Cancer quality of self nurture and of safety and security. Then in the fifth house, we're burning away that watery quality. I feel like from the fourth house into the fifth house, from Cancer into Leo, there is an alchemical process. And also then again from Leo into Virgo, we can ask ourselves, and that's also a quality of Virgo, what is coming to consciousness? What is coming to an ending? Where am I ready and willing to let go of? Because also we have the South Node in Virgo as well throughout the rest of this year into 2026, about till the middle of 2026, that we have a strong energy around. Yeah, discernment is a big word here. What am I ready, willing to let go of? Where might I be too rigid? What are my expectations? And where do I maybe feel disappointment if those sometimes high expectations aren't met? Where yeah, where am I not looking after myself enough? Because Virgo is about health and well-being. Also, this new moon is really encouraging us to look after ourselves, our beautiful bodies, our digestive system, as Virgo rules the large intestines. So there is quite a lot of emphasis on health and well-being, on being of service to others, of being wise. Virgo is the wise one. And in the tarot, Virgo rules the ninth card of the major arcana, which is the Hermit, the Virgo, the wise virgin. Also, I guess I feel often we can get, I feel like Virgo is that sign that is very, there is a lot of contradiction around Virgo, or let's say misunderstandings as Virgo gets presented to us, like the Holy Virgin and the purity, the chastity, and all of that. And I feel there is more. I'm feeling more aligned with Virgo, having a lot to do with purity, but also with fertility. Virgo is so connected to the natural cycles, the cycles of nature, day and night, the cycles of the moon, and as nature awakens and everything dies in the evening, Virgo has this innate understanding of the cyclical life. And so there is also a great fertility here, which is very much the opposite of the Holy Virgin, because Virgo is the sign we are fertile. There is a ripeness and bringing out, and there's a ripeness in the wisdom of Virgo, and we are ready to share. We are ready to be of service while we're looking after ourselves, after our bodies, well-being, eating the right foods that are really good for us, however that looks for each individual. So there's a real emphasis on nature within and nature without. And in the tarot, I'll come back to that, the ninth card of the major arcana, the Hermit. And Brian Clark says here, at this point in the journey, we meet the Hermit, the major arcana card associated with Virgo, the harvest maiden, intertwining the paradoxical themes of fertility and purity. In the celestial tarot, she holds the wheat in the left hand and dis, and disseminates seeds with her right. The card depicts the season of withdrawal. For Psyche, the season of the harvest has come. It is time to withdraw, to prepare, and to reflect. In the background is the traditional image of the hermit, holding the lamp of inner guidance necessary for this time. Virgo embodies the wisdom of cycles, a respect for fate, and openness to destiny. The hermit augurs a period of meditation, of mediation, where the inner world is fortified to prepare for a major shift on the life path. So I find this very, very resonating because, and as we can see here also, again, Virgo is about fertility and purity. And I feel like we are really through these two new moons, one today and the next new moon on the 22nd of September, which is simultaneously a partial solar eclipse. So these are profound times that we're in. We have the first new moon today is opening the eclipse portal because we are in eclipse season officially in 2 weeks' time on the full moon, which is going to be a total lunar eclipse in Pisces, the opposite sign of Virgo. Um, there is a lot of, and as we already know, we're having the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. There is a lot of letting go of old structures, old ways of being, looking at how we've been doing things all along and where are we ready, willing to let go and do things differently. And yeah, and that can be challenging at times. It can be because we're really invited, particularly so Virgo Pisces are mutable signs, to be flexible, to be malleable, to invite change. And I feel a lot of us are going through a phase where there is a lot of change, and often change is not welcomed or it's change that we haven't chosen. And so also what Virgo is really good about, she's good about it being practical, being resourceful, finding solutions. There is yeah, that practical view on things like, okay, so something changed and shifted and it's not how I saw it to happen and wanted it to happen, but now so I can put on my practical cap and ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the fleet-footed messenger and wearing his wings and all of that. So we put on the hat and the solutions will come through earthiness, groundedness, and a different view. So I feel like we're really learning to also that our decisions and solutions come from a place of embodiment. So this is really, really a strong energy. Also, we haven't had any earth in a while. So we've been really maybe challenged to ground everything that's going on. I also know a lot of people, including myself at the moment, are moving houses. So also Virgo ruling the sixth house, it's about, yes, maybe we're gonna move a house. Also, it's about work. Virgo rules daily routines, rituals, our work that we do every day. So a lot of us might be starting or have already, and now it's coming more into our field to rethink and feel into what work am I doing? Am I still satisfied? Virgo and Pisces are about bringing meaning and purpose into life. So we might be questioning, is what I'm doing still meaningful and purposeful? Is it fulfilling my inner needs? Does it feel good in my embodied wholeness? Yes, no. And if not, then this is a really good time to make changes. We are now through Mercury retrograde where we've been preparing and reevaluating, and now is a time for greater forwards movement. And also with being eclipse season, eclipses take us forward, fast motion. Also, with the first of the eclipses coming up on the 8th of September, the full moon total lunar eclipse, we're gonna be transported in very speedily. So we don't have to. Again, the lesson here with Virgo is because Virgo likes things the way she wants them. There can be expectations. It's very organized, wants to have a plan, and nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. We are in a linear world very much, and it's really good now actually to have to putting our visions into greater vistas, and but also excuse me, to be very aware that our vision is not narrow-minded, that um yeah, that we are not optimistic with a misty optic, that we are not rigid. So Virgo reminds us, South Node in Virgo, let go of rigidity, be open, malleable. And as we all know, the world is so changeable. And so the best thing here is to be at the center of our own mandala, to be flexible, to go with the flow, and whatever arises, we can address in the moment. Because also Virgo rules anxiety. There is worries. One sign, if one sign in the whole zodiacal wheel that's more of a warrior, then it's Virgo. There is that anxiety because we want things to be a certain way with Virgo. And if they're not turning out like that, oof, there comes up the anxiety that what am I gonna do now? And I had all these plans and I've already invested in this. And so I feel like if we can take a chill pill and be very flexible, still, of course, hold the vision. Pisces, full moon reminds us to dreaming big and having those, yeah, big visions. And there is also, we might also go through a month of a cycle of we are grieving the old, we are grieving potentials yet unlived. We are, so there's grief in the air as well. As we are bringing in the new, we are also letting go of the old. So also we need time again to self-nurture, to allow ourselves to sit with things, to digest things. Being Virgo is about digestion. Can I, often when our digestion plays up, we can ask ourselves, what am I not digesting in life right now? What am I overdoing? Where am I doing too much, taking in the too much of the wrong kind of foods for us, so that are not good for me? Or where is my stomach churning with anxiety that's preventing me from an organic, beautiful flow? Where do I feel constipated? So there can be a lot of that energy right now. And so, but overall it's a new moon, and also this new moon, and I haven't even touched on that yet, is in an exact square to Uranus. Uranus, the mover, the shaker, the change maker. So as soon as now we have the sun, boom, da, 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 moving into Virgo, bang, immediately a square from Uranus. Uranus is sudden, abrupt, immediately changes things. It's a lightning strike. It's so it can go both ways. It's either like boom, all of a sudden we have possibilities, opportunities coming our way that we haven't even dreamt of. That so also it shows us how changeable everything is. Nothing is, we can't control anything. There is no guarantee from one breath to the next. So that's a good reminder here too, because this new moon, and we'll see, we might hear things on the world stage, sudden interruptions, changes. And Uranus is the rebel, it's the revolutionary. So there can be revolutionary changes. Also, we've heard a lot about, yeah, new technologies, AI. So also there can be technological interruptions around this new moon, and for this whole new cycle ahead for the next 30 days, because or 28 days, because um, this new moon holds that energy of that sudden changes. And we are in the eclipse season, which is already bringing in so much change. Eclipses are new moons and full moons, like a thousandfold the energies. There's also around eclipses often the fall of a world leader. There is, um, yeah, there is just so much happening. And so now that we have the sudden abrupt change energy with Uranus, which can be very ruthless, and earthquake energy of suddenness, and expect the unexpected kind of energy, while Virgo wants to hold on to expectations. Here you go. There is, okay, so I feel like sometimes we are forced to drop everything, go into surrender, and just being very present, and taking one moment to the next and see how it unfolds, because where we're going to be at the end of the month, not end of August but end of September, will look very different. And when we look back, it's like, whoa, if I didn't see that coming, and now that that happened, it took me to that place and I made this decision. So we really don't know, and all we do ever know is the here and now and how we respond to life itself. Am I reacting? Am I yeah, responding, reacting? Am I coming from a place of love or fear? And Virgo really shows us, okay, and there's nothing, I feel like a lot of us, we hold anxiety, and how can we not? I mean, we live in a world that I feel, yes, we've chosen to be here, but really it's set up in a way that is pretty fucked up, pretty hierarchical, pretty organized in a way that is not to the best of our potentiality, that is not set up in a way that's promoting our innate life spark, our infinity spark and life force, but to take it out of us really, and to make us little robots functioning in a society. So we're also encouraged to step beyond that and really tap into, who am I now? What is my truth? And so there is, these are really strong energies, to say the least. So expect the unexpected, really allow ourselves to be very flexible here, and being embodied, channeling any energy through the body, finding a healthy outlet for whatever wants to arise. Also, right now on this new moon, we have Venus in Cancer, exactly in a square to Chiron. Chiron, the wounded healer. So Venus, she's gentle, she's soft, she wants to feel nurtured in Cancer, and we want to feel safe. And then with Chiron in a square, it's a great time for healing anything that's repressed, suppressed within the feminine, masculine. This is profound times. This square, Venus, Chiron square, Sun, Moon, Uranus square. And also we're very supported. We have Uranus and Pluto in a trine, deep transformation to transform the world within and without. Then we have Saturn and Neptune in a sextile to Uranus, in a sextile to Pluto, bringing in the new world, our sense of authority, authenticity, sovereignty, spiritual embodiment. So that there is so much happening. Mars in Libra is reminding us also to be compassionate, to create win-win situations, to consider, collaborate with others. We are not here alone. We are doing it together. It's a time of community building, sustainability, and while we are remaining in our own individuality, because this Uranus squaring the sun is reminding us of we are individuals. We are, yeah, yes. Sorry, I'm just checking my connection here. We are unique individuals, and we are here to share our unique gifts. And as quirky, as unique as whatever comes up, we are the ones that create this world that we came here for. So this is big times, and things are moving fast. Also throughout eclipses, and very important not to rush anything, because eclipse seasons, often this is where accidents happen a lot easier, because things are so speeding up. We are more irrational, impulsive. So let's not speed anywhere. Let's not hurry, because in and Virgo and Pisces are teaching us that that's the axis between order versus chaos, and finding that balance between the mundane and the sacred, and where is that presence and the balancing point there. We are the balancing point. No matter how fast the wheel of fortune is spinning, we can always choose to be in the center, and that can feel a lot more challenging for the rest of this lunation. I'll leave you with that and I'll be back on Monday. Thanks for listening and so much love. Bye. And also lots of excitement. Uranus is about excitement, so embrace it. Bye for now.